The wolf has something I like to call the ultimate mindset. You see, they might not be as strong, as big, as fast as other animals in the wild, but you won't see them performing in a circus, like the lion, like the elephant, like the bears, because they can't be broken. They're too wild. Their instincts are too strong. People are too worried to put them in the circus because it doesn't matter how many times you try to break them. It doesn't matter how many things you do to train them. They might snap and eat the other animals or eat the humans that are there watching. Because the wolf mentality is something that you just can't fuck with. They're too strong and determined in their cause. You should take that and embrace it in your own life. If you want to see ultimate success mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially, you need to embrace the wolf mentality. Become relentless in your pursuit and embody the 10 elements I'm going to explain to you. These 10 things are things you should embrace every day in all areas of your life, whether it's with your family, your friends, or at your place of work. First, understand the level of teamwork and loyalty needed to see ultimate success. You see, wolves in general are known for their pack mentality and for putting the pack above all else. A wolf mentality values collaboration, loyalty, and support within the pack. Now, don't get me wrong. You got to be very picky with the individuals you let in the pack, in the circle. But once you have those people there, you should be willing to take a bullet for them. You should be willing to die for them. Wolves will die for each other, and they will fight tooth and nail for each other. Second is leadership and hierarchy. This is something that you should take into your life right now. Understanding how to recognize roles and responsibilities and embrace them in your own life. Within the wolf pack, the pack itself, there is a social structure. And a wolf mentality respects it. It respects leadership. It respects integrity. It respects responsibility. Give respect to the people around you that are in the roles that they play. And respect yourself in your own role. Third is resilience and endurance. A wolf will travel miles, 40, 50, 60 miles a day in order to eat and feed its family. They travel great distances and endure intense conditions in order to achieve their goal of the day, in order to catch that food, in order to provide. A wolf mentality embraces perseverance and the ability to overcome any obstacle in its way, no matter the distance, no matter the conditions. 4, strategic thinking. Wolves are one of the most strategic hunters out there. Their intelligence, coordination, and resilience makes them unbeatable. The pack can take down animals 3-4 times their size because they work together and they push through. They plan accordingly and they communicate effectively. That thinking helps them see immense success. 5, adaptability. Pay attention. You see, a wolf mentality is flexible, open to change, and capable of thriving in various circumstances. You see, a wolf adapts very quickly to what's going on in the environment. It's not strict and unwavering. A lot of you are struggling because you're not willing to change. You don't want to adapt to what's going on. 6, territorial. Wolves are extremely protective of their territory and their pack members. So embrace that wolf mentality and protect your people. Don't let people cross your boundaries. Hold the line. 7, communication. Without communication, the wolf would die. Without communication, the pack would break. A wolf mentality understands that communication is everything. Wolves communicate clearly and openly, which allows the pack to thrive. 8, strength and courage. Again, wolves might not be the biggest, the fastest, or the most ferocious, but they have a resilient mindset that can't be broken. They're willing to take on obstacles, roadblocks that to the average animal would make them back down. But their mentality keeps them pushing forward. 9, focus and determination. Wolves are focused hunters with a clear objective. A wolf mentality includes a strong sense of purpose and clear determination. Don't let anything stand in your path. What's your goal? What's the dream? What do you want? Embrace that and don't let anything stand in your way. Think about it the same way the wolf does. If you give up, you don't eat. If you give up, your kids don't eat. If you give up, the pack doesn't survive. And 10, community and connection. A wolf mentality values relationships and community. They are a lot like humans in this aspect. And this is why you should pivot and embrace this mentality in its fullness. Just as humans do, wolves need and thrive on the pack and community. They thrive on social bonds and communication, cooperation. If you want to achieve your goals in life, you're going to have to embrace a different mindset. Because your current mindset is giving you your current life, your current body, your current job, your current level of success. You may not be embracing a sheep mentality, but you sure as fuck ain't at the wolf mentality yet, but you can be. If you embrace and take in all 10 elements we just spoke about, you can become a wolf tomorrow. You can achieve all the success you want in life next week, next month, next year. If you went all in on becoming that wolf, if you embodied those elements, those characteristics, those values, the only thing standing between you and the goals you want to achieve is your lack of change. Because you can't become the person you dream of being by being the person you've always been. You have to take the old you out back and let them go. You gotta let that sheep go, let that puppy go, let that baby dog go. And embrace that wolf mindset. Take life by the fucking horns, bite down, and go as hard as you can. You can achieve anything you want as long as you go all in on you.
It's time to wake up to reality. Whether you want to believe it or not, your environment has an impact on you. Stop hanging out with sheep. You guys keep hanging out with these softies that do not want to hurt your feelings, and this is why you've been struggling for years. A lot of you guys are in a place of stagnant motion. A lot of you guys hate your life and you've been stagnant for years because you're hanging out with individuals that will not check your bitch-made mentality. You're hanging out with individuals that will not tell you what you need to hear. They're not going to tell you the truth. Sorry. Truth hurts. But the truth is also a liberator. It helps you grow into the individual you want to become. It helps you become a leader worth following. It's time to hear the truth. But a lot of you guys are hanging out with fucking sheep. So you get away with saying dumbass shit. Sheep are weak-minded, pussy-footed individuals. People who do not want to check you when you say something stupid. People that just want to float around you. People that have no balls to say what is on their mind. It's time to change the fucking narrative. And it starts with your surroundings. You guys need to stop hanging out with fucking sheep. People that allow you to say dumb things. People that allow you to operate at a low fucking level. If you don't have any fucking friends, cool. Check yourself and hold yourself accountable, all right? Because if you are surrounding yourself with a group of individuals, you all should understand this mentality. Sheep are yes men. So when you put on a certain outfit and you ask them, do I look fat? They say, no, homie, you probably fucking do. If you need to ask the question, let's also flip it. When somebody tells you the truth, don't get angry. Go look in the fucking mirror and ask yourself, are they actually being real? A lot of you guys will get told you're fucking fat and then you get triggered, lose your mind, make a video, I'm offended. When instead you should just go look in the mirror. Am I fat? Like, have I put on some fucking weight? You know what? Fuck, homie's actually telling the truth. I didn't realize I put on a little bit of weight. Maybe I should go work on myself. Maybe I should go work on myself so I can become a better individual, an inspiration for my children, all right? A better husband for my wife, a better wife for my husband, and more. Stop hanging out with fucking sheep. You guys need to understand, whether you believe it or not, that your environment impacts you on a daily fucking basis. You need to hear this shit, all right? I don't surround myself with yes people. You see, a lot of you guys neglect to work on your own goals, and you lean into vices. You lean into vices on a daily basis. I need this weed to do this. I need this food to feel like this. I need this alcohol to feel like this. I need this pill to feel like this. You lean into vices so you can somehow alter your state, and then you allow your children to follow in your fucking footsteps. And it makes me extremely angry. Extremely angry. I was addicted to Percocets and struggling as an iron worker, broke as fuck, in debt as hell. Fitness saved my life. Now, I didn't get into fitness because I thought it was going to make me millions of dollars. I got into fitness because it was the outlet I needed to transform my situation, to take control of my fucking life. So I gave up my addiction to Percocets, my addiction to partying, and I made a new addiction, which was fucking fitness. Because as an individual that used to be an addict, you guys will never not find a way to feed your addiction. If you're addicted to food, you will find a way to buy the fucking food that you love. If you're addicted to pills, you will find a way to buy the pills you need. If you're addicted to alcohol, you will find a way to get another motherfucking bottle. If you're struggling with addiction, you will find a way to feed that fucking addiction. But when it comes down to making sure that you are working on yourself, when you start to flip your priorities, a lot of individuals say, I can't find the money, or I can't figure it out. Guys, I was $20,000 in debt, struggling as an iron worker and feeding my addiction. I have zero tolerance for stupidity. I have zero tolerance for excuses and zero tolerance for justifications. I just fucking don't. I'm not the person to bitch and complain to. Don't play victim to me, homie. You're not gonna get the fucking response that you want. You've never found a problem that a donut can't fix? Guess what, homie? A donut can't fix diabetes. A donut can't fix the health problems you're gonna deal with later on in life. A donut can't fix the problems that your children are gonna deal with when it comes down to gaining weight because they are following your fucking footsteps. A donut isn't gonna fix the fucking depression, anxiety, overwhelm, stress, and fucking more that you're dealing with on a daily basis. Wake the fuck up. Stop hanging out with sheep, because no one in my circle would say that shit. No one, because I would wolf their fucking ass. I would literally jump down their fucking throat so goddamn quick it would make their head spin. But they are choosing to surround themselves with individuals that are going to level them the fuck up and push them to become their greatest. I want you to go outside and listen to your surroundings. If they are calm, peaceful, soothing, you are probably going to feel calm, at peace, happy, grateful, and more. If they're loud, aggressive, overwhelming, you are going to feel overwhelmed. This is life. Your environment has an impact on how you operate on a daily basis. Now I get it. A lot of your guys' jobs are that environment. They are overwhelming. They are stressful. They are loud. They are intense. They are quick, and more. But why are you taking that into your personal life? Why are you guys choosing to surround yourself with individuals that are making you feel overwhelmed on a continual basis, stressed out on a continual basis? You guys are just hanging out with individuals that allow you to say dumbass shit like it's hard to lose weight. No, it's fucking not. Eat a fucking diet that's based on a caloric deficit. Work out. That's it. It's been literally spoken a billion times on social media. You want to lose weight so you can build the dream body you want? Make sure you're in a caloric deficit and train every day. Then you're going to lose fucking weight. Stop hanging out with fucking sheep that are afraid to check you. Stop hanging out with individuals that are too afraid to tell you exactly what the fuck you need to hear. I ain't gonna fucking check in with you every day. I ain't gonna hold your hand through this fucking process. I ain't your fucking mom. I ain't your dad. It's your fucking job. I've also seen and experienced what happens when you have those negative, toxic, weak individuals in your life on a daily basis. You want to level the fuck up? Look at your surroundings right now and ask yourself, would these people feel comfortable telling me the truth? Would these people hold me accountable if I said some dumb shit? Because I will. Stop hanging out with fucking sheep and individuals that allow you to say dumbass shit on a daily basis. Step into your power.
Do it alone, like the lone wolf. You don't need a pack. You can stand by yourself. The lone wolf knows that its power lies in independence, in its strength, in its solitude. This is where true leaders are born. This is where you find out what you're actually made of. Where you find out what you truly want in life. Most never achieve anything great because they are clouded from others' opinions. Most never become who they were meant to be because they are afraid of others. Most need cheerleaders. Most need external validation, motivation, inspiration, just to keep pushing forward. They see the lone wolf as weak. They think you need the pack to keep going. They see the lone wolf as afraid and lost. But we know that's not the case. And you aren't most people. When the world turns its back on you, when the noise fades, and all you have is yourself, that's when you discover who you truly are. The path to greatness isn't walked in the light of day, surrounded by applause. It's forged in the shadows, in the silence, where only the strong survive. You see, to be extraordinary, you must embrace solitude. The lone wolf doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't seek validation. It prowls the night, unafraid, undeterred, and unstoppable. While others huddle together, you must break away. Because the journey to the top is not crowded. It's desolate, brutal, and demanding. In this darkness, you'll face fear, doubt, pain. But these aren't your enemies. They are your crucible. They will test you, mold you, and strengthen you. In these moments of solitude, you'll find clarity. It's where your vision sharpens and your purpose ignites. Don't fear being alone. Fear being just another face in the crowd. Another voice lost in the noise. Another clog in the machine. You don't need what others need. You don't need that push. You don't need those voices. You don't need that external validation, motivation, or inspiration. You need isolation, distance, loneliness, silence, and solitude. Those things are what will turn you into the beast you need to become. Those things
are what is going to help you transform your future. It's what will help you have the strength to do whatever you want to do in this life. Because you're not here to blend in. You're here to stand out, to rise above, to conquer. The journey of the lone wolf is the path of relentless pursuit, an unyielding determination, and an unbreakable spirit. So embrace the darkness, embrace the struggle, and let it fuel you. Use the pain as motivation. Use the sadness as inspiration. Use your experiences, those things that you went through, to drive you towards more success. Remember, the lone wolf isn't just surviving, it's thriving. It's not just existing, it's dominating. And it's not just leading, it's reigning supreme. Rise as an Amarok, the ultimate lone wolf. The wolf that strikes fear in others. The wolf that makes others think twice about crossing its path. The wolf that intimidates the weak because they know they could never stand alone like it. The world is yours to conquer, so take control. Nothing can stand in your way when you commit to greatness, when you commit to your dreams, when you commit to being the best you can be. The lone wolf is on a different journey. Embrace it.
Only through struggle will our goals be achieved. Through suffering, through pain, you become the person you were meant to be. You cannot grow mentally, physically, emotionally, or financially in your comfort zone and when avoiding pain. It doesn't work like that. You're gonna have to flip the switch and embrace suffering, pain, because that's the path to success. You know what you need to do, but you choose the comfort zone. Because the discomfort, the pain, the suffering is terrifying. I know. I was doing just enough to get by because I used to be just like you. The switch had to be flipped. I took that old version of me, that drug addict, that alcoholic, that fucking loser out back and put him out of his misery. And then I focused all my attention on bettering myself. No one else around, alone, in the gym, every day, beating myself down and building myself back up. I couldn't play this game anymore. I didn't want to be that person anymore. And I didn't want to leave that legacy behind. I went from a loser, going nowhere in life, who was afraid of the silence because of the suffering, to a person who embraced the silence and made it his home. I learned what it was like to be by myself, be in the dark, and embrace it. When you go through the discomfort, you got to go through the pain and suffering, but your life becomes great. If you choose comfort, you go through pain and suffering, and you end up hating your life. Both are uncomfortable in their own right. You just got to know when to make the choice. But I was terrified at what I needed to do. So for years, I just suffered in silence because both paths have to deal with suffering. There's a classic quote that I need you to understand. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And weak men create difficult times. And then the cycle continues. In order to make all of your dreams a reality, you need to evolve. You will never become a specimen sitting on your ass, binge watching TV, eating junk food, and drinking every weekend. You see, your comfort zone are where dreams go to fucking die. You will never, and I repeat, never get that dream house with the staircase and the pool and the paint and the windows while you're working that 9-to-5 job that is allowing you to just skate by. And you will never get that dream partner when you are acting like the person you used to be. For years, I avoided the pain. For years, I chose my comfort zone. For years, I didn't want to suffer. I didn't want to go through it. I chose the easy path. I chose what was normal in today's society. And I ended up working a job I hated, grinding my hands into the ground as an iron worker in plus 30 or negative 30 degrees Celsius. And down that easy path, I then developed a Percocet addiction to deal with the pain that I was putting my hands through, which eventually led to me spending every single night at the bar, every single weekend at the bar, going through a different type of suffering that wasn't leading to anything good. I had no friends, I had no house, I had no car, I had no success, I had no future, but I was comfortable. And you see, that's where you guys are dropping the ball. That's where you guys are messing up. Now, 9 years later, all of my dreams have become reality. Because of that suffering, because of that pain, because of those experiences, all of my goals and aspirations up to this point have been achieved. I did the same exercise. I killed the old version of myself. I embraced suffering. And now I drive a 2021 Audi R8 with a naturally aspirated V10. I also drive a 2020 Mercedes AMG G63. I own a 5,000 square foot home with a beautiful pool and massive backyard, which also has a movie theater for my family to watch movies every night. I'm married to the most amazing woman I could ask for. She's tall, foreign, blonde hair, blue eyes, and the most supportive person I've ever met in my life. She also blessed me with the most beautiful baby boy I could ever ask for. Baby blue eyes, blonde hair, and a beautiful smile. I chose to evolve. I chose to transform. And I chose to let the old me die so the me of today could flourish. I took that soft version of myself, that loser version of myself, that addict, that alcoholic, out back, and I put him down. I looked myself in the eyes and I decided enough was enough. I have the best circle I could ask for. My support system would take a bullet for me on a whim. And I'm the first person in my lineage as a DaSilva to become a millionaire, let alone before the age of 30. I became this person because I suffered when no one was watching. Eating out of Tupperware containers with plain rice and plain chicken while everyone else ate delicious foods, their pizzas and more. No parties, no nights out, no girls, no drinking, no drugs, no nothing. My life was simple. Work, gym, sleep, repeat. Work, gym, sleep, repeat. I was on autopilot with one mission: transform me. In that suffering, in that silence, in that darkness, I found who I was and who I was meant to be. You want to build an ultra successful business? You're going to take 2x4 after 2x4 after 2x4 to the face before anything becomes reality. If you want to build an amazing body, you have to break down the muscle fibers in order to rebuild them back up. Through suffering, you become who you want to be. And that's why you got to choose the difficult shit. Because again, it doesn't matter if you go the hard path or the easy path, both paths will make you suffer. But at least the hard path leads to your ultimate goal. The easy path leads to you suffering in silence and then dying with no regrets. And I promise you, you don't want to be that old person sitting on your deathbed looking back at your life filled with regret because you always made the easy choice. Because you chose the happy-go-lucky, easy life. Because you wanted to avoid the bullshit and the pain. Fuck that shit. Go all in. Embrace it. Let it mold you, shape you into what you've always wanted to become. You don't need a support system. Fuck a support system. I'm telling you right now that you become the best version of yourself when you're in the dark. Stop relying on other people to push you forward and pick you up when you fall. Rely on yourself. Rely on the reflection you see in the mirror. You build self-belief, self-confidence when you do the work you said you were gonna do. That's it. Confidence is about building up an undeniable stack of wins that prove that you are who you say you are. You don't need anybody. Listen, you don't need anybody. You don't need your mom, your dad, your cousins, your siblings, your brother, that best friend from high school. You don't. Fuck your support system. I don't care if you don't believe in yourself right now, but I'm telling you, you can do it by yourself. If you want to be better than you were yesterday, you gotta learn to be alone. Straight up. Everybody says that you need family and you need friends that support you, push you, motivate you, inspire you, want you to be better. But I'm telling you right now that you become the best version of yourself when you're in the dark. You will become the person you dream of being when you embrace loneliness. It's a fucking superpower. Learning how to thrive in loneliness is a superpower. It teaches you everything you need to know about yourself and everything you need to know about the people around you. What your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, what your friends' true intentions are, and how far you're willing to go before you actually break. If you truly want to be successful in anything you do, if you want to be the one to transform your family's lineage, if you want to be better than you were yesterday, you gotta learn to be alone. Stop relying on other people to push you forward and pick you up when you fall. Rely on yourself. Rely on the fucking reflection you see in the mirror. Cut off technology and shut down the voices around you so you can be alone with your own thoughts, centered in what's going on in your mind. Most people don't want to do that shit. Most people only want to be surrounded by the noise. TVs, cell phones, parties, friends, family. They want to be surrounded by all of this clutter, all of these distractions, all of these things, so when they don't actually commit and achieve their goals, they have an excuse to lean on. They can say they were overwhelmed, stressed out, or those people didn't support them. It's only after you cut off the fucking noise that you figure out what you're truly made of. Why? Because you don't get confidence from others. You don't build self-belief by listening to what other people think of you. And you sure as fuck don't get it from people patting you on the back because you decided to spew your mouth about what you might achieve. You build self-belief, self-confidence when you do the work you said you were gonna do. That's it. Confidence is about building up an undeniable stack of wins that prove that you are who you say you are. You become who you dream of being when you show up every single day, regardless of how you feel. Regardless of not having a support system. Regardless of not having somebody pat you on the back telling you that it's gonna be okay. Do it alone. Do it in the dark. Do it in the silence. Do it without all the noise. When you learn how to operate and follow through on the things that you said you were going to do because of the belief you have in self, and you're not relying on any of the outside noise to push you forward, nothing can stand in your way. No roadblock is big enough to hold you back. It doesn't matter what bullshit gets thrown your way, you will overcome it. Because this is the reality. If you're a person who relies on other people to push you forward, If you're waiting for your cheerleading squad made up of friends and family to tell you that you can do it, you'll never push through when it's hard. You'll give up. And I know because I've watched you do it in the past. But when you're able to cut off that noise and look back at your own proof, your own stack of wins, your own track record of success because you did it alone in the dark and the silence, it becomes very easy to cut off that weak voice that is in the back of your head trying to stop you from achieving everything you've ever wanted. You don't need anybody. Listen, you don't need anybody. You don't need your mom, your dad, your cousins, your siblings, your brother, that best friend from high school. You don't. Fuck your support system. You could do it on your own. I don't care if you don't believe in yourself right now, but I'm telling you, you can do it by yourself. Just commit. Commit to the goals that you have set for yourself and go all in every day. Stop listening to the bullshit story, drop the excuses and leave them at the door. Stop looking for others to save you because they ain't fucking coming, and trust yourself because that reflection will always have your back.